Hey guys, it's us here about MADMAN with our 22nd MADMAN Podcast, your home for all the latest and hottest gaming and nerd culture news for the week and beyond. I'm MADMAN, and I'm going to be discussing the many topics for today's show with our panel, CMoney and Doodle.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Doodle.
Hi.
We are back.
Yes, baby.
That's right. It's another week, another MADMAN Podcast.
Yes.
Got some lovely, juicy, exciting topics. Some would say some sad topics for certain fans of a certain X-related console.
X-rated. All right.
Not rated, related. But yeah, so real quick, before we jump into all of our fun topics to talk about, right? We did have another week where we did put up some good stuff.
We did.
We put up our second Callisto Protocol
Oh my gosh.
playthrough, which
Such a good
Gameplay, you
game.
mean? Yes.
yeah, the playthrough of the gameplay that was directly after our first one. It is such a freaking good game.
It
It's
really
a game that I
is.
really just want to
Play.
I really just want to play it nonstop. Like we could just put a pause on like work and like all the stuff related to life, so we could just play that. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty
Fortunately-
Well,
good.
look at that. Their opinions defy the reviews.
Yes, the reviews are worthless here because this game is phenomenal.
I say this all the time that like you can't really go by reviews. There's a lot of times, even with movies, they'll give a review and I'm like, by the time I watch it, if the review was crap, it's like, this movie was really good. What were they talking about? And sometimes the other way around, it's like, oh my gosh, gushing about this movie and not so great for me personally.
For example,
So-
The Gray Man didn't get good reviews at all, but you guys really liked it.
Yes,
We did.
that is
And also, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio got amazing reviews. You guys didn't care for it. You didn't
Well,
even bother to finish
I
it.
think we're more indifferent to it. Like
yes.
it was fine. It was good.
It was another Pinocchio
But it was Pinocchio.
story.
Like
I
we just
think
saw the
that's-
Disney remake,
Yes.
and you know it was kind of like another Pinocchio. Like a couple months later, it's like,
But-
all right, man.
I'm not going to knock the fact that the graphics were phenomenal.
Well, it's a
I
different
would s-
kind of animation, stop motion.
That stop motion animation was unbelievable. To be honest with you, like it was so good. I thought it was just top notch CGI.
It was so good that Pinocchio was creepy. I mean, obviously.
I like that.
yeah,
I feel like
Obviously.
Jess Skellington almost like
Yes. But with that said, it was also very like, it was a whole other take on that movie.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
got
kind
pretty
of sick of
graphic
Pinocchio. Yes.
with
but
like the
Geppetto was like a
religious
drunk.
overtones they had.
Yes.
It was like more intense.
A lot more. And I appreciate a lot also the fact that they went into why he made Pinocchio, Geppetto made Pinocchio. They went a little more in depth with the fact that he lost his son and how it all took place.
Yeah.
You do see his relationship with his son in like that pain that he felt when he lost him. So you kind of get more involved in that. However, it's just back to the whole Pinocchio thing.
It's
and
still
it
a
did,
Pinocchio story.
Yes, and it did have, although it was like a complete opposite when it came to who Geppetto was, like the loss of his son turned him into a drunk and all this other stuff, and the religious aspect of it, which was there also very, very strongly. They like kicked him out of church, remember? But it was a bit much for a Pinocchio story. I feel like.
Well, you can't say that all animation's for children. Well, I mean, it's still a kids movie, I guess, but you know.
Well, maybe if I had not just seen the other one, I wouldn't have been so like overwhelmed with Pinocchio content.
I mean, there were 3 Pinocchio movies this year. So,
Yes,
you know.
and it's not like Pinocchio's like, oh my gosh, that's
It's Pinocchio!
yeah, like even from the original movie, it's not necessarily a movie that you sit there for me. And I'm like, wow, you know what's a great movie that I could just sit here and watch again? Pinocchio.
Like, Dad, I want to be Pinocchio when I grow up.
And to see the Disney version, which again, it was like a complete exact remake, except for the fact that with Tom Hanks, they do go into the fact that he did lose his son, right? And then on this one from Guillermo, it goes into where you meet his son and you see their relationship, and then boom, he loses his son, and then he makes Pinocchio, you know? But even when Pinocchio came to life, he was like, you're not my son. Like, he's freaking out because he was so drunk when he made Pinocchio. He like passed out after and I'm not sure he remembered that he made the freaking puppet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I don't know. For me, it was just, my biggest issue was that we just had seen the other Pinocchio.
Pinocchio overdose.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
Pinocchio
Back to
story
back.
is great and all, but like,
I mean,
I can't just keep watching the damn story told different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sometimes you just got to tell yourself it's not good to lie.
yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah, like I get it, right? Lying, bad.
Yes.
Nose will grow. Okay, got it. All
next
done.
year, the Muppets in Pinocchio.
Yeah, like I can't, And I mean, for me, I just prefer the Disney version
Bruh.
of Pinocchio. So like
The live action, you're saying the live action one was better than this one here?
then this one, yeah, for
No
sure.
fucking way.
Yeah, in all ways, shapes, and
At
forms.
least they
it's
did something
but it's-
different.
but it's
that was just Pinocchio and less because it was basically the original movie. Everything was the same, except they made it woker or more acceptable, which in the end took away from its message.
Okay, well,
Now-
except that I'm telling you what I feel for myself. I didn't say that you must all bow down and love the Disney version more than anything else. I'm saying that I don't really, the Pinocchio story I like, but the actual cartoon, when I was younger, when I first saw it, it kind of implanted in me like I don't really like watching the cartoon version of Pinocchio. Like I
You never
don't
liked the
enjoy watching
Yeah, I
it.
agree.
I like the story, but
cartoon
I don't
version.
enjoy watching the cartoon version for it. But I did enjoy this version a lot. So for me, it kind of fulfilled what the Pinocchio story, the way Disney told it, like it fulfilled it for me. It actually allows me to watch it in a way that I can enjoy it.
I will
and
never watch that crap
enjoyed it.
again. I saw
Oh, well, there's that.
the original story. Was like, all right, this is freaking painful. But then they throw Tom Hanks in there. It's like, what? Why? What did I ever do to you,
Tom
Disney?
Hanks is the GOAT. Bro.
Now, MADMAN also didn't like that they left out some elements with Pleasure Island, right, MADMAN?
But they didn't leave it out, but except they just took out everything that was actually bad. In the new one, it was just they ate a lot of candy. They were bouncing around like crazy. They were breaking stuff. Like, okay, that's just normal kid stuff. Like, oh, if you probably leave it unattended for 2 minutes, they'll probably go after the candy jar. In the other one, you see them chugging beer and fucking smoking drugs, and then they get turned
like
into donkeys and turned to slaves.
obviously bad-ish, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and also Pinocchio doesn't do anything wrong. The whole time in Pleasure Island, he's like, ugh, that's bad. Meanwhile, in the like in the original, he just jumped, went along and did everything they did, which what made sense that he turned into a donkey.
Listen,
It takes away from the message a bit.
I
'Cause
do-
Pinocchio
I
didn't
do
do anything
get
wrong in
that.
the new one. In fact, he got to school. He made it. It's just that everyone was being a jerk to him and pushed him into stuff. The
Now,
other one, he made bad choices. And that was the
okay,
message.
but
the
the
animation,
idea,
as stunning as it was, though, was borderline creepy, though. As like Pinocchio was really creepy looking, although it was better made. Like it looked like a boy made out of wood, right? It
What's
was
this one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
had a lot
it was
of creepy
definitely better.
elements on on that.
It was a little Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently we're bragging about Tom Hanks now.
Yeah, because Tom Hanks is a G.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's not
Oh my
act like
God.
he's not.
It's Woody!
No. No.
Woody, it's him!
Don't act like you don't love Woody.
Of course I love Woody.
Okay, so Tom Hanks is the G. Okay.
Tom Hanks is just the voice of Woody. If you put Woody next to Tom Hanks, I'll be like, hello, Woody.
Yeah.
Want to go out for
Okay.
some chicken?
Well,
Anyway, so
either way, okay. I don't even know what led us to talk about Pinocchio.
how we were talking about
We're talking about something about how you
Callisto
liked
Protocol.
a certain Callisto Protocol. You really
Yes.
liked it.
How did Callisto Protocol?
lead us to
Pinocchio.
this.
I mean,
Lead
Callisto Protocol
us.
and Pinocchio are
Madness.
basically the same thing.
This happens all the
So I
time.
mentioned how you said that how the reviews were trash for Callisto Protocol, but you
Oh,
liked it
and then
anyway.
you brought up
And I was
how
like,
we
how
like.
Gray Man had bad reviews.
Yeah.
but,
Okay, I can see. So Madman's the
like it.
reason.
Or how
Actually, I let us
Guillermo del
dismiss.
Toro's Pinocchio
Well-
got amazing reviews, guys didn't care for it, and then that's where it all started.
Okay, so back to it. Callisto Protocol, amazing.
Amazing.
So we did put up the second one.
we literally
were in
said
sync.
that at the same time.
Bye. In sync.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we're in sync.
Oh, that was so horrible.
Well, what can I say? So Callisto Protocol, that was amazing. And then we did put up our For Him and a Mic,
Yes,
of Yellowstone. So even though the latest episode,
the stone that
just
keeps
came
on
out,
giving.
the
You
stone
think
that does
Animal
keep on giving.
Animal Crossing stones give you much? The rocks when you hit them. Yellowstone really keeps on giving.
Yellowstone does keep on giving.
Man, those rocks, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'll pay for a greenstone.
It's greenstone. Did you say greenstone?
Yo, Yellowstone is something else.
Yellowstone is amazing.
Yeah.
We are what five episodes in now?
Yes.
So which one did we just do the review for?
The fifth episode, and the sixth episode already aired, but we haven't put up the.
So that's
review.
the one that we are going to be doing next.
Yes.
For Yellowstone.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now, Madman, you've been putting up a bunch of shorts.
Oh yeah, an
Super
obscene
funny.
amount. It
Really
pulled in
good.
subscribers, maybe. Oh yeah. Be careful. Be careful. Watch out for a Christmas special on the way. Maybe two. Who knows? We'll see how I'm feeling.
Are you feeling jolly?
I don't know. Come back to me with that one. Yeah.
Oh man. It's so weird on when you're on YouTube here. It's like a weird
It's a void.
situation. Like it's not giving me YouTube like normal.
YouTube on the
Hey.
phone.
You know,
yeah, like YouTube.
I
on
can
the
see
phone.
your screen right now, and Sonic Prime, which is actually his Netflix series that came out, then Netflix's next adaptation, video game adaptation. And at first, I just saw it's like, oh, it's probably just another Sonic cartoon, Sonic Boom or Sonic X. But supposedly it's getting great reviews so far. Apparently, it's actually really good. Supposedly, it's different because it takes place in the Sonic multiverse. After Sonic and Eggman go at it as normal, and he shatters some crystal, which takes him to dimensions where Green Hill Zone's in fucking ruins, and it's like a cyberpunkish city. One where the world is like covered in ocean and stuff like that, like the underwater zones, and it's a different take on the Sonic universe.
How are the reviews for it?
Great reviews so far. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10 and stuff like that.
All right.
And overall, it looks pretty neat. I thought it was gonna be a Sonic cartoon, but it actually seems like it's getting great reviews so far, and it looks pretty decent.
Well,
So-
you said it's
and
on
animation looks
Netflix,
all
right?
So,
Was it
yeah.
made by Netflix?
I mean, I'm sure Netflix animation probably. I mean, I'm sure there's like some other animation studio that did it, but it was funded and published by Netflix and stuff like that. It's on a Netflix
Well,
platform.
Netflix just keep knocking it out the park.
Netflix is a beast. So did we ever?
Netflix season 5 of The Circle. It's coming.
Oh
I
yeah,
am so
you
excited.
saw that. I sent that link to you.
Yes, you did. I
I'm
was
so
so freaking
That'll
Which
definitely
one?
be a next thing that we'll talk about.
Which
I can't
one?
wait. We love
I
that shit.
cannot wait.
The Circle.
Oh,
The Circle
Yeah, The
season
Circle.
5 is
Fire.
coming back, and we're gonna be doing breakdowns on him, and Mike
Oh yeah, for sure.
because
For sure. That'll
that's
be
a
our
good
jam.
show.
So did we ever talk about our new logo
Banner?
and our new banner?
Yep,
we did
it's a banner.
not.
We did not. So we have a new banner. It's and avatars and logos and fun stuff. We still have to update the thumbnails. We didn't do that yet with our new stuff, but made by the impressive and beast mode type of guy, Shaun Labrie on Twitter.
Yes,
He is a monster with
he
this
really
stuff.
is
He's really, really good.
so
We thank
creative.
him for doing it. So we have a nice new logo that kind of brings us all up here. You got Madman over here. You got Doodle, Madman, Purple Berry, who's not on these
Oh my
podcasts. And then
My
you got
identity is
me.
revealed.
Good old
I know. I'm too handsome
CMoney.
for the world. God damn.
Now, Purple Berry is the voice for all the female characters.
in the Amiibo video.
Yeah, and
Yes.
she runs her own channel because
She does have her own
she
channel
does
as
her own
well.
thing.
Purple Berry.
Purple
Jeez,
Berry
there's just so much
crafts.
Purple
quality
Berry
content.
crafts.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, if you look, what are we at? Like 165 videos.
Amiibo videos.
Of
Yeah, if
all
you're
the
listening,
Amiibo
we're
videos.
showing the content on the screen.
So you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, but overall, how many videos are there?
We're like 5 away from 500 videos.
That is so
Pretty dope.
cool.
Very dope. So the latest videos we put up were her, him, and Mike. We did the episode 5 review, deep dive discussion for her, him, and Mike for Yellowstone, which was so fun. We did the Man plays of Mario Bros.
Had to
U
do
Deluxe.
it
We
because
had
the
to. It was
movie
fun.
is coming out,
That's
and I
right.
am so pumped.
Yeah, we did the prediction episode for the Game Awards, which obviously the Game Awards are over. We're going to talk about that
Which
today.
we're going to talk about that, but
you
you
wanna
might
go
want to
back?
go back and watch that and then come back.
Yeah, go back and see what we got right or wrong. We didn't go back, so we didn't actually keep tabs. But whoever's the winner,
By the way,
is going to be called the champion.
Who won? Because this is a
I
situation.
think it was me, but
there was a serious discussion going on their predictions, and you guys had some really cool names that you demanded to be called according to whoever won.
I was going to be called the champion.
Yes.
And even though we vetoed it, Madman said he wants to be called Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That's vetoed. It's not going to be.
And your reaction was priceless.
Yeah. So we got that up there. We are gonna look back and see who won, but that's there. And again, we did put up the Callisto Protocol, which is phenomenal. And then we did the Fortnite we put up.
We had
for
to try
4.
the new chapter because we were so impressed with the new avatars that are coming in.
With the new characters
yes.
that are coming in. Yeah, and the Unreal Engine 5.1 update that they did, which just makes the graphics and the foliage, the trees and all that stuff, take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenomenal. So, so we definitely had a bunch of stuff go up this week. So go check it out. But now we're here for
some topics.
And actually, I think the first topic happens to be something
to do with Fortnite. You know what they say? Another day, another chapter of Fortnite. Fortnite Chapter 4 looks mind-blowing. It has already dropped, and it contains and teases characters such as Geralt from The Witcher, Doomslayer from Doom, Mr. Beast, Deku from My Hero Academia, Hulk, and so many more. My lord, this is a heck of a season. One of the biggest ever. What do you guys have to say about this?
I could not believe that I saw The Witcher in there. I was dumbfounded.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
We have to get it. Except that it comes out in literally like 2 months. I was
so annoyed that you have to wait that long.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. How can you give us something like this and then take it away so fast?
Well, we got Doomslayer and Hulk right off the bat.
Well, I mean, they're in there. Well, the Hulk you had to buy. But Doomslayer, he is unlockable. And we already got him. But yeah, this is it's become such a great game. I'm telling you, ever since they dropped that building, well, they didn't drop it, but they gave you the option to drop it.
Yes.
0 build. I freaking love this game, dude.
Yeah, it became a game after that happened. Before it was too combobulated.
Well, it became a game that we could play and enjoy. Mm-hmm. Like you would just, it always come down to the same thing. You get down to the end, and then all of a sudden they build like this mansion that you can't do it. It's like, all right, bro.
Where I have no desire to learn how to build this crap.
Like, come on, man.
Now, another character that I was so amazed with and super pumped because he looks just so freaking cool from My Hero Academia, Deku.
Deku, yeah, he did look cool. He fits right in place with Goku
and Naruto.
Isn't it funny that Deku and Goku kind of share the same? Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is that people who like Dragon Ball or Goku fans are upset because Deku looks like he was ripped straight from the show, but Goku apparently he looks really close, but there's like he looks like, oh, that's obviously a Fortnite version. Like he doesn't look just like him. And
dude, Deku looks so cool.
I haven't even seen it though. Like he's not even in like the
main picture. Yes.
Well, even like in the place where you can go to the battle pass and like fast forward and see what you're gonna be unlocking.
I didn't see him.
He's not even in there.
I didn't see him till I saw him like on Twitter. Like I saw a picture. I was like, no freaking way.
If you watch the preview for Chapter 4, which if you first opened up Fortnite after you download the update, yeah, he's in there just at the end where he blows up an entire building.
Yeah, the main
he's
event
in the trailer, but it's like,
thing.
why is he not? Like, I can't see him on the page anywhere. Like, when you're in
element
Fortnite.
Of surprise.
Maybe they're going to give us Gerald, and then after they give us Gerald, they're going to give us him?
Yeah. And Mr. Beast is nowhere.
Or are these just going to be people you have to buy?
You'll probably have to buy them.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have to buy them, maybe they're just waiting.
Possible, yeah.
Like, they put the Hulk in the store.
Yeah.
Right? So
they're probably going to
We better not miss it. Can you imagine, like...
I'll be so mad, dude.
With this freaking countdown of... Like, you have this long to get it.
Yeah.
I'll be so upset. But maybe what happened was, because these things are all licensed, So maybe they said you cannot make an exact, like, because like the people from Cobra Kai, they just use the uniforms and they put them on.
That
like,
was annoying.
Yes, which was stupid.
So
like I would have
Right?
bought them if they were the actual characters.
Oh, if they were the actual, I thought
Yeah.
you
I
were,
don't
you were
want the
gonna
damn
say I would have
clothes.
bought them like that anyways.
No, I didn't. I saw them. there.
Reese.
Yeah, I want the actual
Exactly.
people, bro.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Maybe with what's his name,
Goku.
Goku. Maybe they said you cannot make him exactly the same, and that's why they had
possible.
Now
it.
they'll go out their way to just be like, hey,
Pitched out.
he can be in there, but don't make him look just like him.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
probably not, but
potentially because, dude, they made Deku look just like Deku. He
maybe
looks
there's
so
a lot of
freaking badass.
versions of Goku already because he has
already
all the
have seen him
fighting
out.
games and shit. So maybe they just wanted to make their own take on him so he looks like
That's
the
possible.
Fortnite version versus like which other version is he going to look
Oh,
like? He's
because
in a
he
few
has-
games
yeah.
already, you know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, remember,
maybe they
he's
just
also a
wanna be
hand-drawn
unique.
character. He's rarely been in CGI, so he might just look different 3D.
It's possible.
Like, a Z-axis does not look good on him, you know?
Yeah.
Did you guys get his character?
Goku?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have him.
Yeah.
I might have
Goku,
him.
you got Goku.
I want
Do I
Deku
got
for
Goku?
sure.
Yeah, you got him. You bought him.
Okay. So he's in there. I have a lot of characters, so I don't
Okay.
pick them.
Okay.
I just do random.
Guys,
so that
listen, I don't know if I got him.
I'm not quite sure.
I'm not quite sure.
All right, I bought many.
Yeah, you did get him.
many a
Well,
character.
I just have so many
I'm one
characters.
of-
I mean,
Listen,
come
let's just call it what
on.
it is. I'm one of Epic's, best
Most valuable
customers.
customers.
Yeah, I would be considered an MVP at this point, I think.
well, it's so easy to spend that money.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, oh, it's just points.
yeah, it's
that
not
you
money.
just
It's
reload.
points. It's points.
They're
Yeah, do I have
V-Bucks.
enough points?
The V is for
It's
value.
$85 a clip. Whatever. But look at that bundle, dude. I'm getting so much for the bundle. Gotta go
That's
get
how
it.
they
Much
get
for
you.
such
I
a
know.
small
I know.
price.
This is some clown shit.
It really is because even when you buy the individual characters and then you were like, I was gonna get a character and you were like, well, the bundle is like
Yeah, the
this
bundle-
much.
yeah,
Just
you
get
could
the. I'm
spend-
like, dude,
You can spend $1,200 plus $800 on the thing, and you're at $2,000. But for $2,400, you could get
that's
the whole
what you
thing.
said, and it was actually 3,800.
I know it was
points.
$3,600, but that's okay. I was already sold on the idea, so I had to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure. Anyways, excited for the other character. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the update on the actual game.
Oh, yeah, Unreal Engine 5. Let's go.
Oh, it's so good.
For
Dude.
next-gen consoles and PC.
It's so good. I can't wait to see new games with that stuff. But this is legit. This is it's become a pretty beast of a game. I love what they did with the graphics. They really took it up. The lighting, everything. It's unreal. Like it actually gives the name a real purpose here. Unreal.
Fortnite.
So
Well, this is what I'm going to say. We're going to have to do another gameplay soon because I just bought some new characters.
You
I'm not
did.
going to tell anybody what characters
And
I
some new
bought
dance
because you
moves.
guys are going to have to check it out.
Yeah.
I got some new dance moves, and I just think I'm going to kill it out there
I think so.
with the dance part. I
Yeah.
don't know how I'm going to do.
Hopefully, there's not a banana against you. Okay. Hopefully,
Apparently, I can't hold my own against bananas.
bananas apparently are.
I think it's the potassium in them that just
I
messes
think
me
so. I
out.
think so.
I like
so.
But
Potassium.
All right. Well, what's next, Madman?
James Gunn gets his filthy hands all over DC and cuts Wonder Woman 3. Well,
Filthy
like Gal
hands.
Gadot left, but still,
James.
there's nothing going forward with it right now. And he's basically looking to recast the entire Justice League. That bastard. And also, Joker Foley is starting production. James Gunn has spared it. And yeah, basically, a first image has been released in collaboration depicting Joker getting his face forcefully shaved by an Arkham Asylum prison guard. The film is set to immediately after the original and focuses on Joker and Harley Quinn's blooming romance and how they got together and teamed up to attempt to literally burn Gotham to the ground.
So, are you talking about the sequel?
Yep, Lady Gaga is Harley Quinn.
But is Joaquin Phoenix still?
Oh yeah, he's still Joker. Yeah, he was locked up in the first one.
Oh, I'm excited that they're gonna go and do it. Did you
Now-
see this, Madman?
What?
James Gunn says Superman movie is the biggest priority for DC under his leadership.
Superman? Really?
is-
The most
but-
generic superhero? you
Okay,
can
let's
think of?
fall back on Superman. Holy hell! How is he the most generic? He's literally
Superman. I'm a man and I'm super.
super duper.
yeah.
He's a
Okay.
super duper man.
So, does he bring about that According to Henry Cavill's Man of Steel return is not set in stone despite his end credits cameo in Black Adam. He was in Black Adam. We got to watch that. Might be on the channel. However, over the weekend, Gunn alleviated some fans' concerns by revealing that getting Superman on track is at the top of his list. Who's star of the greatest kid? So he's
That's
a priority, but
because-
is it going to be Henry Cavill? Because we know
He's shaking the house. Now, if you go back to his picture, am I freaking losing my mind, or is this like the craziest combination? Because this guy looks relatively young.
who? James Gunn?
Yes. But like he's full of grays, like his whole face and like the head too.
Yep, he's not exactly a looker, but he's James Gunn.
I think that maybe he just dyed. That was like he dyed his hair. Maybe that was a choice. Unless he's
that's
not
a lot of
young,
gray.
and I think
I don't think he's
old.
as young as I'm
old.
thinking.
holy crap, I went down the wrong rabbit hole here.
You really did.
Yeah, so James Gunn. He's maybe
He's James
the
Gunn.
white is the style. Maybe has a little bit of gray, so he's like, you know what?
Yeah, let me go.
Let me
full in.
embrace the gray instead of, not. But I will. It's funny how he's the head of DC, but he's out here promoting
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume.
Marvel movie.
I mean, he made it. And that's his
Betrayal.
last Marvel movie ever.
Betrayal.
Yeah, I mean, look, James Gunn, he's coming in here. He's coming in hot. He's in charge now. And, people really liked his movies. So the fact that he's now in charge is it's a big thing now to live up to, right? Like, there's a lot of expectations for him. And as much as is like, Wonder Woman getting cut, right? It was the lady
Yes,
lady
I
who
was
did
going
the
to say
first
there's
two
baggage
movies.
behind that because it got cut or put on hold.
Well, so she did the first two movies, right? The Patty something, I forget her name. So she did the first two movies. The first one was really good. The second one I really enjoyed, but I guess critically didn't do well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
People didn't like
He
it as
had to
much.
fight a rock. I mean, honestly, he became a rock. Wow.
Okay. So every bad guy is some form of some
Remember
crazy
the
shit in the
sand
movie.
guy from
Some Spider-Man that you
Yeah.
love. Oh, he's right. He fights sand. Oh, sand.
It's stupid, but
Just
he had
tiny
a
rocks.
really good
At least this was
emotional.
the whole
He had a
rock.
good character arc. He wasn't bad because he wanted to be evil. He was bad because his child was dying and needed money to pay for hospital.
All right, sure. Everybody's child's dying in the MCU.
everybody has a reason to go ahead and go,
be
go
mad.
bananas.
Okay, so she made the first two movies. She had a third script going. Now, fun fact, James Gunn has nothing to do with this. James Gunn didn't even see the third script. The people who she was already dealing with before James Gunn took over were questioning that movie, that script that she laid out. They actually told her they want her to do another pitch, like come up with another story. So they didn't fire her.
No.
They said, go do another story. And she, listen, to each their own. To each their own. She had her integrity.
Yeah, this is a slap in the face, though. They were like, yo, go write me something else, all right? Let's figure this shit
Gal
out.
Gadot wrote this?
They could have, who, what?
Are you talking about Gal Gadot or just the writer?
Gal Gadot is an actress. She didn't write anything.
I'm aware of the actress, but
Yeah, so the person who directed the first two movies, Patty something, who did?
What a name. Ugh.
God, man. You're making me. Who directed
Wonder
Woman. Patty Jenkins. Okay. So Patty Jenkins, this lady right here, she made the first two Wonder Womans. Oh, she made Monster. That was a big deal back in the day.
It was.
So she made the first two movies, and she had her third one lined up. And
They didn't like it.
yeah,
I
look,
wonder who the villain was. Glass? A turtle? Who knows?
Glass.
so she went ahead and submitted it, and they didn't like it. So she kind of just stuck to her guns, and she said that I'm not. This is the movie that I want to make. You guys don't understand her. You don't understand her character arc, and that's it. So she quit, and she sent the email like stating all the reasons why, and then at the end she linked the definition of character arc to them, so they can understand.
Well,
what
this is what I would say. They need to realize that maybe they paid her too much money and that she was able to just pick up and go and quit what she was doing.
See, without knowing, right, what that actually was.
Yes.
Like we can sit here and be like, oh my God, look at what they did. But maybe the movie was going to be shit.
It probably was.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it was going to be crap, and they're like, no, this is not going to work.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, is their money.
Is their money, and is their character.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're submitting the story, but it's theirs. They need to decide whether they want their
that
character
story
to
or
come out of
not.
there.
Now, obviously, she had the right to go ahead and write it again and please her bosses. Right?
Yeah, and she didn't want to. She thought she was above it.
Yes, she thought she was above it. That's exactly what it comes down to.
Which is everybody's choice, right?
Because, yes, it is everybody's choice. At the end of the day, there's no good guy or bad guy here because they did not want that and they're paying for it. So do better, come up with something else, or,
Seriously.
That's it.
Like there's no.
And obviously that was it.
Yeah, she made her choice.
And now, if it goes in the first one was better than the second one, so if it was going in that same pattern and the third one was going to be worse than the second one, then yes, they did need to do that.
I agree. Just kind of have to, sometimes it hurts, but it's better than releasing something that's not good.
Exactly.
It's like with Xbox and Starfield, right? Starfield was already supposed to be out. We would have been playing it on November 11th, but they delayed it. Now, did they disappoint everybody? Yes. But the goal here is because they felt like it wasn't ready and they wanted to keep working on it to be better. Well, this story, it wasn't it.
Now, people may be disappointed, but how much crap did they talk when Halo was released and they found all these flaws with it?
With the multiplayer not being enough.
So let them hold it until it's ready for you guys to play. Just like Nintendo now with the Pokemon game. Like, let them hold it until it's ready.
Held it.
They didn't even care. They just kicked it out.
They released it, and then everybody bitches.
Well, here you go.
So same thing here. This movie, it probably wasn't going to be it. So they got rid of it, and they're going to start again. They're not going to delete Wonder Woman. She's a character.
Exactly.
So and I'm sure they're not going to get rid of Gal because I think out of anybody who's ever played her, I think she's probably
in my opinion,
the best one that we've seen. Not that they've had many, the ones before her, I think were way older, but much further back. But yeah, that's where we are with DC and James Gunn and doing his thing. He has a legacy he's going to try to make. He's going to try to figure. He wants to become the Kevin Feige
of DC.
DC.
I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Feige.
Now,
Feige. I feel you.
You always say it some funny way.
This is the thing. This really sucks for whoever had a job at Netflix and decided to, leave it and take their role as Superman. And now all these things are coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what we just saw, right? Like, it's the most important thing to them. Are they really going to cut him? Maybe that movie got cut.
And
maybe the movie as it was, and they're going to repackage, a different movie together and put him in it. Because I feel like the people, because Aquaman got cut too, right?
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Was done.
So
and
I don't know.
Amber Heard as well.
They're shaking up the house, so who knows what's coming? Who knows who's getting cut? Maybe they're doing
the big movie,
like all new heroes. The
big movie's The Flash. That determines how the DC universe goes forward. So whatever that movie turns out to be, that will be the landmark for the new DC universe.
How? In what way?
Flash. It adapts the Flashpoint comic storyline, in which the Flash uses his speed and breaks through all the universes and multiverses and fucking destroys half of them or ish like that. It becomes one ginormous new universe or some ish like that.
Supposedly there are
it's a big multiverse movie.
But what does that have to do?
Because there are huge expectations for this movie. Supposedly it's freaking amazing.
Are they just gonna scrap Ben Affleck and stuff like that, or the whole gang? That's the real question. Are they gonna show them all killed off or something like that, but then have from another death of another universe, a new gang of Justice League members or something? I don't know.
But what I'm saying is, how is this doing good or bad going to do anything
Not financially?
for any
I'm talking
other...
about the story. how it turns out, how the movie impacts the universe. Will this movie be as big of an impact on the universe? That is what I'm saying. Not financially. I'm talking about.
So what you're saying really cool. Is that, I mean, it looks good. What I'm saying is that what you're saying is that if this movie does well, they're going to try to keep this story arc alive. But if it does bad, they're going to scratch all this stuff. Was that Batman?
I'm not talking about, Michael Keaton Batman is in it. It's a multiverse. It's just.
Said Ben Affleck.
No. I'm not looking at what you're looking at. There's no official trailer out yet. So you might be looking at concept or something.
I'm looking at the Flash trailer for 2023. This is the movie. I'm looking at it right here.
Huh.
I mean, was that Batman we just saw right now?
Yeah. And it said Ben Affleck, I thought. But it's that this is also a like 2021 video.
But isn't this kid
the
like
video's like coming
a
out.
killer?
Yeah.
That's right. He's not a murderer. He just strangled multiple women and people and fucking robbed banks, held people at gunpoint, choked people.
Wait.
He did a bunch of stuff.
Can you say, let's just revisit that.
Did you say he's strangled. Not a murderer?
No, like he just did, like recently. Like he's about to go into prison.
Long ago.
He's supposedly going to face like 27 years in prison or something like that. He might.
Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton.
Okay, so you mean like recently this all came out.
So, but Michael Shannon is the killer. Is the thief.
Ezra Miller is Flash, not Michael.
Oh, who the hell is Michael Shannon? I don't know. All right. So.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this guy is General Zod. That's pretty dope. Ben Affleck, yep. Oh, Ezra Miller.
That guy.
He does look like a criminal.
Twisted fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Joker.
Ezra Miller out as the Flash. But how is he going to be maybe going forward? So, but this is the thing. How can this movie define anything if, by definition, after this movie's done, his character is going to be a new person?
Here's the problem. But they don't know. So they liked it so much that even after he was finally, like, he somehow got out of prison and stuff like that. He managed to escape any big consequences the first time around with his crime and stuff like that. So afterwards, they're like, hey, buddy, we like the movie so much, we want you to come back. So after he was convicted and all this stuff came out, they were like, come on, no one has to know. Just come back to the studio, film some more stuff. And then after that, they made the movie, quote unquote, even better. And then he got out, and then he finished up the movie. And look at that, more crime, and he's facing 27 years, most likely. He's on trial. Or
26
like
years in prison.
You
think they'll let him shoot the movie from jail?
You imagine the Flash 2 is a crime movie?
Maybe the whole movie is with him in jail, and they keep just going to him and pretending that he flashes out. You know what I'm saying?
It's the Shaw Flash redemption.
Holy hell.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's a criminal.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. He's been quite the murderer today.
Okay.
No judgment.
No judgment, criminal. All right. Fun time.
All right. Well, let's move on.
Well, there's one more DC thing I didn't get to just yet, but it's short. Batman will be voiced by Kevin Conroy for the final time in the upcoming Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video game. So he passed away a couple months ago. And basically, we thought that, he's done. His last rollout before that point was Multiverses, and we kind of assumed that was it. But before he died, he did manage to voice Batman completely in the Suicide Squad game that's coming out from Rocksteady. And basically, now we'll be able to hear him one last time as Batman.
I got to tell you, it was really cool that right on the Game Awards, they played this. And then at the very end, they say, thanks, Kevin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope. And they put him straight for. I'm pretty sure they probably didn't plan on making. Look at Ezra Miller being dragged. They're like, your career is over.
It's over.
But I'm sure this game looks amazing. By the way,
graphically, it's super impressive.
Yo, what? She pushed the cardboard. So I'm pretty sure they probably didn't want to reveal the fact that Batman was going to play a big part in this, quite yet.
Yeah.
But because of the news and stuff, they said, you know what, let's go ahead and reveal it and
make it a tribute.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They did a nice tribute to him. I mean, the game looks amazing already without that. With the fact that we know this is Kevin Conroy's last performance as a video game Batman.
It means that much more.
It means that much more. Like when you hear those lines, it's gonna mean that much more to you. You know what I'm saying? Like every line is gonna be the last time he says that line. That's it's impactful, you know.
It is.
Yeah.
It's something crazy, like how these actors or singers pass away, and then so much content comes out that was previously recorded. Remember Aaliyah? She had like that movie come out after she passed away.
Yep.
And it's cool to see that. Like, obviously, these things happen. You don't expect them to like take place, right?
Mhm.
Ever, right? Even if it's like, you know, someone old or whatever, it's always like, oh wow, you know. So when there's like content like this, it's really cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. And this
I agree.
Batman is confirmed to be the same Batman from the Arkham series. Meaning it's not disconnected like Gotham Knights. This is Arkham Batman. It's the same timeline. So yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, I'm really
Odd.
I'm really excited for it. They did a really good job. And I mean, I also wonder, are they going to edit the game to make Batman more of it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
no, because
right?
he already did the voicing, so the whole story, like the voice work is done. So what are
Yes,
you gonna do? Have
but-
him like use some pre-recorded footage of him and be like, "Here, I will follow you on your
Well,
journey."
first of
No,
all,
because
he's not
sometimes they
pre-recorded.
record a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah,
even like
exactly.
for movies and things like that, when they go to edit the movie, they take out a lot of content.
Yep.
That's how we've ended up with these shows on
Director's
Netflix.
cuts and like
Yes,
these-
director cuts, and we keep saying like, you know, they should do this with all these long movies because there's a lot that gets taken out and just put it on Netflix with 9 episodes or
Yep.
you know.
But sometimes they do archival footage. That means used footage that was never used or could be used. Like, Carrie Fisher and who's Princess Leia in Star Wars. She died right after Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So for Rise of Skywalker, she still had to be part of it. So to use deleted scenes from Force Awakens and Last Jedi and fit it into the story cleverly, and they had.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So for this, they could have very easily
adapted it to be
it,
more.
knowing what
yeah.
had happened, knowing what has happened to, you know, Kevin Conroy.
Fellow, yeah.
They could kind of form the game where he has more of a place in it. Maybe, you know, not recorded new lines, but, you know, edit the lines and edit the story to have him have a bigger impact. I mean, obviously, we don't know. We have no idea.
By the way, on the logo, I love how
The
the
C, I was
C and
looking
the
at it.
U are
Yep. I was
the
staring
same
at it. It
letters,
looked
just from a
so
different
dope.
angle, right?
Like the squad and
I love
suicide
it.
is in the
It's like
the exact correct
Kill the
place.
Justice League and
It's
is
so
the
dope.
next. Yeah, that's so cool.
So dope. All right.
All right, Madman.
What's next, bud?
Let's see. So, we're going to talk about something pretty interesting. Makoto Shinkai's next movie, Suzume. Perspective. Makoto Shinkai's the guy who made Your Name, Weathering With You. Yep, that guy. His next movie is Suzume, and the first English trailer released, revealing that the movie hits North American theaters April 14th, 2023. And it looks pretty good. Animation is a huge step up from both movies, and I think this is going to be another hit from him. Hopefully.
So I agree. When we had first talked about him making the new movie and how he said he was going to take a completely different direction, I was like, why? You know, Weathering With You was so freaking good.
Weathering With You was amazing.
Yes, it truly was. And her name was good. It wasn't Weathering With You, you know?
Yeah, it was by itself. It was amazing.
Yes.
It just obviously you're always going to compare the work of one person's, you know, next movie to their last one.
I mean, to be fair, Your
Which
Name
you
came
shouldn't,
first.
because we
Your
talk
Name
about
came
that all the
first.
time.
Because it was supposed to be Your Name, then Weathering With You, but you guys
Okay, well, we watched
the
Weathering With You first. So for us,
We did.
so it makes sense that the second movie was better.
Yeah,
Yes.
so maybe this will be better than both.
Well,
This gives me a lot of that same feelings
yes,
from the
I
movies.
love it, which
Like I feel
is
like
a
they even
positive
use a
thing.
lot of the same streets and shit.
The graphics are stunning.
Yeah, the
Animation.
And obviously,
Animation's insane.
the name Weathering With You, you see the water and the door portal. It's also from like Your Name, where there was a different dimension.
Yep.
So I feel like this is going to be the best of those two movies, which I am so excited for.
Yeah, after watching it, it does look really good. Quick question.
Huh?
Suzume, is that going to be the actual name, or are they going to give us an English name like You're Weathering With You and Your
Nah,
Name?
it is Suzume. The Japanese name was Suzune no Tojimori or something like wildish. I'm like, ugh, that can't be the real name. But Suzume is just the name of the main character.
Why would it be ill? It's just a different language.
No, just a giant name. Like, my
No, he said, I
lordy.
can't read the name. I can't read it. Like, spell it
It
out.
probably
Oh,
translates to like
got
Suzume
it.
through the heaven's door or something like that. But now Suzume is just the name of the main chick, and yep, she's the protagonist, so they just named it that.
Well, that looks really interesting. I do feel like it has a good chance of fitting into that trilogy.
Yeah, it looks very promising. Movies. I'm very excited for it because at first I was like, all right, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, because taking a whole different direction when you're known to make these type of...
Yeah, he said it was going to have action in it, which I was actually looking forward to because I like action a lot and stuff like that. But, I mean, there was no action. There was chairs. So, I don't know. But hopefully it ends up being decent.
It looks really good. So
yeah.
We'll see. Speaking when does it come out? April, right?
Yeah.
Big freaking year, 2023 for April. We have this movie over here. We have the Super Mario movie.
Oh, wow. Comes out in April. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's go on this chugga choo-choo train. Crunchyroll didn't just reveal that. They have confirmed a new Demon Slayer movie. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba to the Swordsmith Village. And is releasing March in 2023 in the U.S. and Canadian theaters.
Well, who doesn't love Nezuko, huh?
Is it Mugen Train?
No. Mugen Train was the first one. It's called Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba to the Swordsmith Village. Yeah, they just can't help themselves with these names.
Is it coming out in 2023?
Yeah. So, similar to how Mugen Train was basically just a bridge between season 1 and 2, this basically adapts the ending of season 2 and bridges to season 3.
Well, that's one thing I was disappointed with the first movie because, like,
is it live action?
No, it's not live action.
It looks so good, right?
No, that's not it. There was
these are like fan trailers.
That's fan made trailers.
Oh shit, that looks dope,
dude. Right? I was kind of annoyed that part of the movie played into the first couple episodes of season 2. So it's kind of like a bridge, but like literally bridged.
Like you're literally just watching.
You just watching the episodes just in the movie form
like
rather
Ratchet
than broken up.
The Ratchet and Clank movie.
Oh, yes. It was like watching the game. Yes. That really annoyed me.
Swordsmith Village?
Swordsmith Village, yeah. It's season 3 is called Swordsmith Village.
Trailer revealed.
Yeah, there was a Crunchyroll panel for Demon Slayer.
Wait. This is coming out in 2023 as well?
Yeah, season 3.
In April?
It's right here.
Video I don't know about April in particular, but basically the movie just adapts the ending of season 2, and I think it touches upon what led to season 3 in the beginning of it, kind of.
Where's his sister?
Nezuko, she's played a little less and less into the story a bit more because there's a lot more characters coming in. She's still there.
A lot more.
She's not on the poster.
No, she's not. That's messed up.
She's been demoted.
Tanjiro's still in there. Let's hope you keep your job, buddy.
Yeah. The heck?
But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty epic if you ask me. Hopefully it's decent. The animation will obviously be great because, it's Demon Slayer.
Yeah, the character go down. That character looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Ooh, let me see.
Whoever that is.
I forget his name. I can't remember the name. You see, there's a problem. I can't remember most of these guys' names. That's a problem.
Oh, look at this.
There she goes.
Nezuko. Oh, that's a comic cover.
All right. Cool, man. That's dope.
And the last one in this kind of string of topics, One Punch Man Season 3 is set to be animated by Studio MAPPA. So, Studio MAPPA is best known for the likes of Attack on Titan, the final season, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, God of High School, and they also have a Vinland Saga Season 2 they're doing a lot of stuff. And it's kind of been memed around how like animators are being locked in cages because they can never see their family.
So this is a leak, but we don't know if it's true.
So
it says this, hoping the leak is actually true. An acclaimed animation studio could be taking One Punch Man's Season 3 from zero to hero.
So some people are saying that it's rumor, but there's basically been kind of confirmations from people who are apparently in the know and stuff like that. And a lot of, basically, it makes a lot of sense because they keep picking up shows that are kind of canceled or in, like, limbo. Like, Vinland Saga was one. And Attack on Titan, which was canceled, but they picked it up or something like that. So, they've been picking up a lot of stuff that had been dead.
But it's definitely just a leak. There's no confirmation whatsoever.
Well, as per MADMAN, Season 1 was stunning. And then
great animation.
Yeah, and then Season 2 was, like...
Not it at all. Think about it like this. Think how Disney would make, like, let's say Aladdin. Then they make Aladdin 2. And the animation was disgusting, but it was meant to cash in on the fact that Aladdin was popular.
Yeah, because you didn't even finish season 2 because of the animation, right?
I might as well. I think I might well just want to read the comic, basically, what happens next. But
damn.
I mean, it's not ugly to the point where it's like my eyes. Like, I'm sure if you watch season 2 and did not see season 1, you'll probably find it tolerable. But it's a downgrade.
I was gonna say, if you saw the first one and it was outstanding, and then to get like demoted with the special effects and stuff like that you're watching,
like
as opposed to getting
kind of
better.
hoping for the stuff to get better, not to
like
lower.
Stick figures. Like, honestly.
So,
yep, that's
so
what
basically, yeah, it's just even in this other place, it's all rumors, and even IGN.
They probably started off the rumors in hopes that somebody will check it out.
Yeah, so IGN says the same thing. They just got that same. It's a leak. Nothing's confirmed, but hopefully this happens, because then, it's nice to get it back on course to actually be good or better than the second one, which is dope.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
All right, cool, man.
All right. Next up, Elon Musk. Yes, he's at it again. He has raised the verification price for Twitter Blue from $8 to $11. Ha ha ha! He fooled you again. Now, if you haven't paid for it already, you gotta pay now. $11, $3 more. You might not pay the mortgage, but it's worth it.
But it's not. Well, so he's not doing it. He's not doing it just to do it. Right. So the reason that it's going up is because on iPhone, it's not going up everywhere. It's on Apple devices, and I'm assuming Android devices. When you actually try to pay for it through the app, Apple takes a 30% cut. So basically, when he says $8, he wants that $8. You know what I'm saying? He's not saying it's retail price $8, but it's costing us less. He's like, no. This is what it costs. This is what we want to make in profit. We don't want to make less. So if you sign up through Apple, or I'm assuming through Android, you got to pay $11, because then the net for him is $8 pretty much, right? Versus if you go to Twitter's website and sign up there, then it's still $8.
So they're basically just giving $3 extra to Apple.
Well, Apple's taking that money, and Twitter needs that money, so they're raising the price to get what they want. They want $8. That's what they want.
They just want $8.
So the fact that Apple and Android cost more because they are 30% higher, it's kind of is what it is. I understand it. It makes sense, and it's not hard for you to just right on your phone, go to your Safari or whatever web browser you have, go to twitter.com, sign up there, and then go back to your app, log in, and it's there. You don't.
I agree 100%. If he wants his $8, then let him get his $8. I love how he's super unapologetic about it. He's ruffling feathers. He's pissing people off. And instead of settling things down, waiting a bit longer, he's like, hey, this is messed up. I'm not getting my full $8 if they get it through their phone. So
he's like, oh, did I hurt your feelings?
Fix that. Let everybody know real quick.
Yeah.
He don't give a crap.
He couldn't care less. I mean, he's Elon Musk. He does what he wants. You can't stop him.
No. So
this man's a menace, and I don't think people like him too much after this, because
I don't think you get rich like that, or you get to just do whatever the heck you want to please other people.
Well,
right?
Yeah. Elon Musk was actually at San Francisco not too long ago.
I mean,
his hometown.
Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
He was at his hometown, San Francisco. And his buddy Dave Chapelle, he was having a show there, and basically the show is going great. And he brings up his good friend Elon Musk and brings him on stage. And Musk is like, "I'm rich," or so much like that, like a Rick James callback and stuff like that. And people start booing for several minutes. And Dave Chappelle's like, I think the people you fired are in that audience and stuff like that. So basically,
well, I mean, listen,
people aren't happy.
He's not. There's a lot of people who are upset with him, and there's a lot of people who are not really upset with him, but because the narrative is let's be upset with him.
Yeah,
they want to put on their fake upsetness so that they can blend in with everybody else who's upset, right? So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you can be whatever you want, but if he didn't have products that people gave a shit about, that people like, didn't like, right? Like if Teslas were garbage and everybody hated Tesla, then it wouldn't be one of the most highest, sought after,
Exactly.
Cars that are out there, and the stock market wouldn't respond so well to it, right? People want it, right? His whole SpaceX thing, he's putting his money where his mouth is. He's doing things that are big deals. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a matter of people are just upset because he took over Twitter and he's making changes and he fired people, and we have like this false sense of, oh my God, somebody got fired. I'm so upset about it. Like people get fired. Like that's just what happens. You have a job, you have a business, you got to make decisions, and at the end of the day, this is his thing now. Oh, this is what you were talking about right here. Booed by crowd.
Yep.
Elon Musk booed by crowd after Dave Chappelle brings him on stage at the comedy game. Well, look, Dave Chappelle, we love Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Dave Chappelle is friends with Elon Musk.
We love Elon Musk.
We love Elon Musk.
Yeah, we love each other.
Listen, not because of Chapelle, but I respect who he is because of how he's handling this whole thing.
Yep.
I think he's not budging to please anybody. He's doing what he wants to do. Good for you, Elon. Keep going.
Yeah. It's just, at the end of the day, like he's doing what he has to do. He's trying to make things better for everybody. And everybody is a hard term, right? Because everybody wants different things, right? So obviously make things better for everybody is going to be slanted by the person who's doing it, right? So he's going to obviously have his mindset of what he thinks, and whoever gets down with that will be happy. If you don't, you don't. Let me tell you right now, all these fake people who left
Was
Twitter,
that him at the show? Like when he came?
No,
Oh,
he's,
okay.
he's walking somewhere.
So I was going to say, maybe they were just booing the outfit.
Booing the comment. But look, I mean, his stocks are down. I mean, listen, it is what it is, man. He was the richest person in the world at some point. He's no longer the richest person in the world. But that's still, even if you're the 5th or the 10th or the 20th person who's the richest in the world, I think you're still good.
I think the 100th person richest.
The millionth person.
I
know
think,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. People are going to hate who they hate. He's not crucifying anybody. He's not killing people.
Is he?
He's doing what he has to do to.
He's doing better than that Flash guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's not behind bars.
But everybody's going to go watch that movie.
Right?
Because it's the Flash.
Oh, man.
All right. So I think we got something else pretty dang meaty to talk about. So meaty, you're going to need a knife and a fork because the FTC blocked Microsoft and their acquisition of Activision.
So,
I am disappointed.
And this is this was a long week for Xbox because they actually started the week on Monday. They started the week getting higher prices on their games.
$70 is a new standard now.
And I called it. I told you guys this was a warm up because they did come out and they said that their games are going to eventually go up.
They did say it.
And I told you guys this was a warning for everybody that their games are going up to $70 or whatever. And you said, nah, maybe next year.
Well,
he's just stating that they can't keep it like that forever. And I was like, forever? That was the warning that you guys all deserve.
Yeah.
But at least they warned you guys.
But that's exactly what it is, right? So this is the thing. It's not effective right now, right? It is going to be next year that the prices are going up. The reason being is that they're only raising the prices on their next-gen only games. So they haven't released yet. So the first batch is going to be Starfield, Forza Motorsport, and Redfall. So I don't think Minecraft Legends is going to be $70. I don't think.
Imagine?
That'll be wild. But I don't think they're going to do any of that for anything that's cross-play. I think what they're saying is, listen, these next-gen only games, they cost a lot of money. There's a lot of investment in it. We're working really hard to make them good. That's why it's going up. Versus PlayStation's like, PlayStation 5's coming out. All games are $70. No
God
matter
of War
what.
Ragnarok.
All of these games
$70
are cross
looks a little
effing-
better than a PlayStation 3.
No, guys.
PlayStation 4.
Listen,
Rift
this is what
apart.
happened.
Loading times.
Somebody, their games are $70 or $74.99.
70.
Okay.
$70.
So for PlayStation. So this is how this all came out. Somebody was at GameStop buying a game, and they were like $74.99 because of the tax or whatever. And they were like, yo, did the games go out? They're like, nah, that's just what you've always paid. They didn't even warn anybody. They just opted and pretended like it didn't even happen.
I mean, they did sort of.
No, they made it a bit. They made it known, but it was a.
It was been there, done that already. Like it already happened. They didn't say,
No,
hey
they
guys,
didn't. Before
coming
the PS5
on,
came out, they
we're
did
gonna
say
be
that.
doing this.
Well, they did it when they said the new game. I mean, they did say this is what the price is going to be. It's just that there was no price are going to be this. It's just new generation. These are what the
prices,
games are.
yeah.
The prices have been $60 for how long? So the prices are going up. That's it. Where Xbox didn't do that. And number one, Xbox knew they didn't have the content to justify a $70 price increase. In their minds, PlayStation also has not had a game. There's not one game that they released that justifies a $70 price tag. Because if you can play God of War on your PlayStation 4 that costs $60, there's no reason why it should cost $70 on the PlayStation 5.
Exactly.
Meanwhile,
Be
you're putting
grateful
God
that
of War
people
Ragnarok
bought
on
the
PS4
PlayStation 5 and
on
stop
a
trying to
PS5.
squeeze money out of them. But this is what I'm saying to you. It didn't come like it's just here's your new price.
Yeah, they just said it. Where this was Microsoft saying, okay, now we're at the point where we're investing a lot of money into next gen. So now this game is only coming out on next gen. So we're going to lose the income from the old generation. So it makes sense that we've spent more money and we're essentially going to sell it to less people. So there's an increase in price.
Well, especially
makes sense.
considering the fact that the world is so like infatuated with the idea of like next gen graphics
Well, I
and
am, for sure.
so critical of anything that doesn't look a certain way. So I mean, if they're giving you what you want, it's gonna cost you an extra $10.
It is. It's going to cost an extra $10. But guess what? Let me tell you a secret. It's not going to cost me an extra $10.
Because you have
Game
Game
Pass.
Pass.
Game Pass, baby. Now that's the big flip to all this. You see,
Are they going to raise the
PlayStation
price
said,
of Game Pass?
they eventually they will. Well, even if they raise it $5 or $10, who cares, right? It's so much cheaper than buying these games. So PlayStation said, "Hey, you, my greatest fans, all you PlayStation hardcore people
Who struggled to get a PlayStation 5, by the way, because they were not easy to find.
So we're gonna make this PlayStation 5 available to you, and you're gonna buy it, and we're gonna make these games available to you. But you're so loyal that we're gonna raise the price by $10 because we know that you're gonna pay it, and that is all. Amen. Right?
Father and the Son.
That's the PlayStation message that was given. Whereas Xbox says, listen, yes, it's $70. But this is the thing. That $10 a game, right? Extra. You take that. You want to play that game for a month? That $10 extra you were going to pay, you could suspend $10 for the month and play that game for the month.
Yeah.
Play it for the month and you could beat the game with $10, right? Because you got Game Pass. Game Pass is available. And unlike PlayStation, who is at any, like, if they wanted to do the right thing, they could easily just be like, hey, listen, we're raised the price to $70 for these games, but we're putting all of our next gen games in our highest tier, the $18 a month tier. All of our new games will be in there day and date. But are they going to do that? Maybe if Call of Duty goes to Game Pass, they'll have to start fighting, by putting their games into their PlayStation Plus ecosystem. But look, at the end of the day, Microsoft is offering Game Pass as a save,
As an option.
as an option from spending $70. But again, these are only for next gen games starting next year. And we'll see if the games live up to it, right? That's going to be the bigger thing that Microsoft did. They put a target on their backs because they said, we're charging you more because these games are going to be better.
That's the thing, right? And I feel like from what I've noticed that like when Xbox does anything and it could just come so close to what they told you they will do or whatever. It's like everybody's up in arms about it if they don't come through above and beyond. And then PlayStation like shits the bed on everything. Everybody's like, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Like, I don't think anybody complained about their freaking the race of prices, right?
No, all the PlayStation
They're
people were
"Please
like,
take
yes,
my money.
oh my God, thank
We
you.
understand. I
Thank
was
you, Sony.
wondering
Thanks for
what I
making me
was going
pay
to do
more,
with this
Sony.
extra money.
I wish I could be just like you when you grow up.
It's true though. Like they're so thankful when PlayStation does something horrible to them. But when Xbox does anything,
Everybody's up in arms.
it's like, oh, haha, look at you. It's like, bro, you've been buying $70 games this whole time and you're
yeah.
sitting here laughing. Like, come on, man. At least, again, it has zero effect on
We're
us.
still not paying
We're not
$70 yet.
at all. We're playing Game Pass.
You guys have been paying that for a while.
Yeah, for sure. So that's the way the week started, right? So, there's still a lot of people who are upset about that and a lot of Xbox fans who are upset because maybe they don't have Game Pass and they're going to spend some more money next year.
You can't be upset. What's the thing to be upset about? What are you going to do? Go to PlayStation and pay the same freaking amount?
Yeah, exactly. They're
Like,
just kind of
what
getting
is
up
there
to
to
what
be
everybody
upset
else is.
about?
So it's kind of
be
ridiculous.
thankful that you have the rest of the year and I don't know until
And
when
then
to go ahead and
I tell you right now,
buy it for
Xbox,
a little cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. You could always wait till the sale.
Heck.
But Xbox, they now have something even more to prove. If they didn't have something to prove before, now on top of it, they're going to have to prove and justify why you're charging me $10 more for the game.
Well, they put out what they're going to do. They're putting out that it's going to be next gen, and now they're going to be really paying attention to these games coming out and making sure
everybody's
that
gonna.
these $10 are stretched out to their max, right? Because you know that they're going to find any flaw they can find and go ahead and blast them for it.
So look, you see right here, they said this right here. So Xbox says, so all right, let's start actually from here so we get the whole context of what they're saying. So they said, we've held on price increases until after the holidays so
That was
families
nice.
can enjoy the gift of gaming this year, right? So they could have raised the prices, but they didn't. Starting in 2023, our new built for next gen full price game. Now, to be clear, this is the key right here.
Yeah,
Full
only
price
for
games.
full
So they're not
price.
saying every game
Yeah.
they release will be this. They're saying that if the game was going to cost $60, it's
gonna
now going
be-
to cost
yeah.
$70. But if they come out with a smaller game, something else, it's still going to be lower price. It's not going to be $70. But full price games, including Forza, Redfall, and Starfield, will launch at $69.99 USD on all platforms. Now, here it is. They're telling you, and this is where they're going to be held on. There's going to be a bunch of people who bring up this screen right here after
for
these games
sure.
release. And they're going to say, this price reflects the content, scale, and technical. This is the real fucker here. The technical complexity of these titles. If those games don't look the way they should look and perform the way they should perform, people are going to massacre Xbox.
Oh, for sure.
For that line right
They
there.
will massacre them to the point that they will be like, hold on, guys, we're going to give the $10 back.
Yeah. Your $10 is refunded.
Yes.
Forget it. And then they finished that quote off by saying, as with all games developed by our teams at Xbox, they will also be available with Game Pass the same day they launch.
So there you go. Get Game Pass.
Imagine not having Game Pass. Wow.
Well, I mean, it's such an easy thing to get. But, I mean, look, the point is that, they're doing what they can to lessen the blow, right? They're trying to be as fair as possible. And I think they're doing it the right way. They're 2 years in. They didn't do it right off the rip. And their console's still $500. I'm sure they're going to raise the price sometime in the future. Game Pass is still $10. I'm sure they're going to raise the price somewhere in the future. Remember, you got the family plan that's still coming.
Yes.
So we'll see what that looks like. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But again, a lot of people were kind of tiff with this, right? They were not happy with this.
As much as I respect Elon Musk for doing what he does and kind of just being unapologetic about it, I appreciate that Xbox does all these things and they let us know and all this other stuff. But like, come on, guys, don't be bitches. If these people find a way to freaking talk crap about what you've delivered, don't just pull back. Like, you got to stand your ground at times. I feel like they're so bendy.
Like, if people don't like it, they're like, oh, we were just joking.
Yeah, seriously. Like, let's grow a backbone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, one of the other things I almost forgot about it that took place is, if we remember, right, in the beginning, Xbox said that they offered PlayStation a few years longer after the contract, which turned out to be 3 years.
But then they end up offering them like 10 years as well.
Well, that's the latest thing that happened in this whole Activision saga, right? So they went to PlayStation and they offered them 10 years. Now, PlayStation didn't give an answer. They just, I think they haven't commented on it. We haven't heard anything from Sony saying that, yeah, there was 10 years and we refused it, or we accepting it, or whatever. But obviously it wasn't an acceptance, right? Because then it would all have been done. But Sony knows that they're trying to kill this deal. But in the meanwhile, Microsoft actually went to Nintendo and offered them the 10-year deal as well. So
and they were more than happy to say yes.
So Nintendo said yes. Yeah, Nintendo's been chilling, not bothering anybody.
Yeah.
And look, this is a huge deal. If they are getting, first of all, if you read it though, he offered Nintendo. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's coming to the Switch. Nobody ever said anything about the Switch. They said, we offer Nintendo a 10-year deal. I'm going to assume that is for whatever the next system is.
Exactly.
It's not going to work on the Switch because the Switch is too weak.
It's not impossible, but it just has to be a new, different game, essentially.
Well, but that's the point. I don't think they're going to do that. But
Which
I think they already
potentially
know
means that Nintendo's working. Like, this
on
means
a new system,
so
like
much
a better
more.
system.
It's not just Microsoft offering Nintendo or signing for 10 years with Nintendo for the Call of Duty game. This also means that they know that they can make it work. So they know that there must be something coming.
So the system,
which CMoney's been asking for.
Yes.
Like begging for.
That's what I took from this.
So,
I'm like, oh man, a new Switch or a new system is on the way.
Yeah.
That's all I can, my mind will let me rationalize with this. They're not going to put that game on the regular old Switch. It's too weak. They're going to put it on whatever's next, and that's dope. So, yes, so Nintendo is taking the deal. So if Microsoft closes on that acquisition, then going forward for 10 years, Nintendo's going to get Call of Duty, which is epic. But this is the bigger one, okay? This is the biggest part here. They also went to Steam. So Steam is a big PC store, right? They're pretty much
Valve.
The store on PC to buy your games digitally, right? Valve owns them.
I mean, there's Epic Game Store as well, but Valve is...
Yeah, but Epic is like peanuts compared to Steam. So Steam is like the big dog. Xbox went to Steam as well and said, hey, listen, we'll give you the 10-year deal. Steam said, no.
Oh.
No, we don't want the 10-year deal. But they didn't say they don't want Call of Duty. They're saying they don't want a 10-year deal. They're saying, Xbox, you don't have to lock us in or lock yourselves in to making Call of Duty for Steam. And he actually said a few things. I'm hoping, you know what, let me see if it's in here. Because the exact quotes are pretty cool. Because he went to Steam and the guy from Valve went and said, I don't think they have it in here. I'll double check. But the guy from Valve, for sure, I'll put it here. He told them that they don't need to do it. And he gave a list of reasons to why they don't need to do it, right? They don't need to offer them the 10 years because one of the reasons was they don't think anybody should lock themselves in to a 10-year
freaking
commitment.
Years. That's insane. That's such a long time. And I think that the reason why they're doing this is to continue to prove that they're not here to take this game away from any platform.
Yeah,
right?
they're trying, like they're
It's
saying, they're
so
not messing around. This is
frustrating
serious
to me, because they keep having to like that olive branch of like just trying to show like I'm so frustrated because it's their freaking money.
Yeah.
And it should be their deal and their deal alone to make. They already decided, yes, I want to invest this much money in this company.
And the other company said, yes, I want to be bought.
And they want to do this. What the heck is happening? Aside from that, all this bitch ass shit that's taking place, I'll give you 10 years. You don't want it? Okay, well, let me figure out how to freaking convince your ass of how I can please you while I'm spending this amount of freaking money.
It makes no sense.
What the heck is going on? I don't understand. It makes absolutely no sense.
Listen,
they have to please these people, these government.
Look, the thing is that the government has to monitor, right? Because technically, they don't want any company to killing competition. So they don't want Microsoft to say, I'm buying Activision, I'm buying EA, I'm buying Take-Two, I'm buying Ubisoft, I'm buying everybody. And now Sony, you can just go figure out how to get people to make games for you, right? Like they don't want that to happen, but that's not this.
I understand that 100%, okay? But we're not talking about a company.
We're talking about one game.
Yes, but I think, well, consecutively with everything that Microsoft has been purchasing, that's what's raising the red flags. But we're acting like PlayStation doesn't have their own exclusives. We're acting like PlayStation doesn't make their own games. We're acting like they're a bunch of freaking morons. Like they've been in the gaming industry for a very long time. Okay?
Longer than Xbox.
Exactly. So, this is ridiculous. I don't see Nintendo kicking and screaming about this crap. They have their own games how they make
them. They don't care.
Well, listen, Sony's crying because it's a lot of money they're going to lose if they lose Call of Duty.
But they're not losing
Call of Duty.
But this is the thing. No. And I think there's a bigger agenda. They don't want
They don't want it on Game Pass.
Not just Game Pass, because they might lose the majority of their freaking... Because, there is value in what exclusives and what games PlayStation makes, and that's why they sell so much. But the reality of it is that Call of Duty is just one freaking game. It's a big game.
It's one of the biggest games of all time.
It didn't even win any freaking awards.
It literally lost every award that it was up for. If that doesn't tell you that the game itself is not a cultural touchstone for gamers. It's all the non-gamers, but the point is that it still sells a lot. And they're afraid that if they lose it, they won't. But I think they know they're never going to lose it. They just don't want it on Game Pass because it's going to make them have to do what everybody is saying to do, which is put their games into their subscription. No one is going to think that it's okay when I can go to Game Pass, I can get Halo, Gears, Forza, Starfield, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Call of Duty, like everything I can get on Game Pass, and you don't even want to give me your fucking 3 games you're going to release this year. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the part that they don't want to have happen, but fuck them. That's not Xbox's problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's nobody's their problem.
I understand it is scary, the idea of what Game Pass can do, right? And they keep buying all these companies to make their games, right?
It's for Game Pass.
And I know it's like they're building a freaking empire, but where's your money to buy Activision?
Well, they can't.
Exactly.
But the point is that they can still do it, right? They still can invest. They still can grow it, but they're not even, if they were serious about their subscription, then they would have their games in there. They're not serious about it. They just, that's not their model. They don't want to do that. They want their diehard people to spend $70 for each game. That's what they want.
Yeah,
that's all they want. Yeah. And they know that if they put that subscription, they know, not like Xbox, right? Xbox, a lot of people went, but not everybody. They know that if they put their games into their subscription, that everyone is going to go there.
Yeah.
And they think that $70 is worse to lose than whatever subscription they can have from somebody staying there every single month. But this is why those games don't require you to be there every single month. And that's what they know. They put out God of War. Well, God of War, you beat it in a month and your subscription. You didn't pay $70. You paid $18 and you're out. And that's all they got from you. They know that they don't have any long-term games. That's also the reason why they're trying to build 10 multiplayer games, like long-lasting multiplayer games.
PlayStation?
Yeah, PlayStation. That's what they're investing in now. They by 2025, they want to release 10 games that are multiplayer focused.
That's what I think their focus should be. Because I know, obviously, we said it before, they're going to keep fighting this thing, Microsoft, until they get it. And it's being dragged so much, and I think that's the point, right?
Well,
maybe they're dragging
we're gonna go
it
even deeper in this in a second.
Maybe they're dragging it to the point where they can get closer to making those games that they're looking to make.
Maybe. So I did find the that quote from the Valve co-founder and president Gabe Newell, so the head of Steam, right? So what he said was that Microsoft offered and even sent us a draft agreement for a long-term Call of Duty commitment, but it wasn't necessary for us because A, we're not believers in requiring any partner to have an agreement that locks them to shipping games on Steam into the distant future. B, Phil and the games team at Microsoft have always followed through on what they told us they would do. So we trust their intentions. And C, which is the biggest one, we think Microsoft has all the motivation they need to be on the platforms and devices where Call of Duty customers want to be. Now, he's telling them, he's like, listen, Xbox doesn't have a reason to take Call of Duty from anywhere. It's their biggest, if they go through with this, it's the thing that's going to make them the most money. Why would they cut everybody out?
Yeah, he says it's backing up what Xbox has
Probably
been.
just going to be their next Minecraft. Like, is that not going to take it away?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to be, it's going to be just like Minecraft. It's going to be there and it's not going anywhere.
We're giving Call of Duty so much power and freaking praise. I know the game sells a lot, but like, guys, come on.
I mean, it's Call of Duty. That's embarrassing. I don't know.
So this is the thing. He even said it. You know, he offered them the 10-year deal, and he said, like, it's Phil Spencer says, it's not about at some point I will pull the rug underneath PlayStation 7's legs, and it's aha or ahaha, you just didn't write the contract long enough, says Spencer. No, there's no contract that could be written that says forever. It's not possible. It's a business. You can't say forever.
Yeah.
So they're giving you 10 years. That doesn't mean on year 11, they're going to say, all right, we're out, right? That's not what it says at all. It's saying that, look, at the end of the day, they do it. Look, it says right here, this idea that we would write a contract that says the word forever in it, I think is a little bit silly. But to make a longer term commitment that Sony will be comfortable with, regulators will be comfortable with, I have no issue with that at all. Right? So they
want a Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, I know. Like they want this massive commitment, but I don't even think. Again, I don't think PlayStation even wants.
They don't want that. They just don't want them to own it.
They don't want them to own it.
That's the thing, and it's also aside from the whole Game Pass thing. I think they just don't want to have to go through Xbox to get Call of Duty. Like knowing that no matter how much they sell, Xbox is getting a bigger cut. Because they're making money on the PlayStation games, on the Xbox games, of the Call of Duty. Like, I think that's where it stings a little bit.
Absolutely. And you know how they pick apart the words, right? So he was trying to talk to somebody on an interview and they were like, like about to pinch on one of his words. And he was like, listen, native Call of Duty on PlayStation, not linked to them having to carry Game Pass, not streaming. If they want a streaming version of Call of Duty, we could do that as well, just like we do on our own consoles. There's nothing behind my back. It is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 doing it. What? It is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that's doing great on PlayStation. It's doing great on Xbox. The next game, the next game, native on the platform, not having to subscribe to Game Pass. Sony does not have to take Game Pass on their platform to make that happen. There's nothing hidden. We want to continue to ship Call of Duty on PlayStation without any kind of weird, aha, I figured out the gotcha, as Phil said, our intent. I understand some people's concerns on this, and I'm just trying to be as clear as I can be.
See, I mean, he can be literally held accountable for everything that he's saying right now, right?
Yeah.
So he's literally saying we will make a streaming version of it if you guys want to use it, as we do for Game Pass, right? I mean, but PlayStation doesn't want to do that.
Yep.
I mean, but listen, like you stated before, God of War, you beat within the time, and then you cancel the subscription and you're done, right?
Yep.
Call of Duty is a way to keep people subscribed, though.
I mean, yes.
People play the online
and no,
nonstop.
because they do, right? For sure. So they would stay online. But if you think about it, like it's still like if I only play Call of Duty, right? If that's the only game I play,
yeah,
it's still cheaper for me to just pay $70
then to continue, yes,
be done with it than constantly paying every month because it costs more in a year than Call of Duty costs. So I don't think it's enough to say
that's the thing,
Call
right?
of Duty. I think you have to have like something. Maybe you get the Battle Pass for free if you subscribe to Game Pass.
This is the reassurance to PlayStation, right? People are not going to go ahead and not buy a PlayStation and go buy the Xbox because Call of Duty is on their Game Pass, right? Because it is cheaper to just buy the game if that's the only reason they'll be getting Game Pass for.
Honestly, Xbox is going to have some sort of incentives.
They are.
The freaking Xbox, like if you didn't buy an Xbox for their exclusive games and you went with PlayStation, then that's what you prefer.
You're still going to do that.
Exactly.
Because you're not going to say, why would you say?
You're not going to say, I've never touched Halo, but now I'm a Halo fan.
Exactly.
Because they have Call of Duty on Game Pass. Yep. It just doesn't make any sense.
What this does say, though, is that there'll be a lot of people who have Xbox as a second console.
Yes.
So they'll say, okay, well, I'm going to get Xbox because I want to have the Game Pass because I am going to get Call of Duty and it's there, right? Plus, I can play all the other games, but I still got my PlayStation for my exclusives and the things that I want, which is what most Xbox people do,
yes.
right? Most Xbox people have a PlayStation. Most Xbox people who can afford it have a PlayStation to play
Last of Us.
The exclusives,
yes.
exactly.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yes.
So, I mean, look, it's, I don't know. It's just nonsense. But this all leads. So they did all these good things, right? They went to Nintendo. They went to Steam. They went everywhere, okay, to kind of make sure that people know that they weren't playing around. But on the day of the Game Awards, okay, on the literal day of the Game Awards, the FTC announced that they are going to sue Microsoft to try to block the Activision Blizzard deal.
That's effed up. I can't believe this.
This sounds like a setup on the day of the awards.
Seriously, though, it sounds like a joke.
America versus Xbox.
That's crazy.
So they announced it. They're going to sue. And it was literally on the day. Like, that's just, like, that. What a setup, right? But on top of that, Mr. Brad Smith, so he's Microsoft president, he went ahead and had a little statement that he said here. He said, we continue to believe that this deal will expand competition and create more opportunities for gamers and game developers. We have been committed since day one to addressing competition concerns, including by offering earlier this week proposed concessions to the FTC, which we're assuming is going to be that 10-year deal. While we believed in giving peace a chance,
damn,
we have complete confidence in our case and welcome the opportunity to present our case in court.
Ooh, that was spicy.
He said, we'll try to do it in peace, but if we if you keep going, it's war, baby.
Well, he said it's
They're not
war
going
now.
to
Like
stop.
it is happening now.
They're not going to stop. This is going to get crazy.
So that's the problem, right?
This is like Yellowstone fighting for their land.
Right for the land. So now Bobby Kotick, which is the CEO of Activision, who everybody hates, by the way, he went ahead and wrote a letter to his people, like to Activision, saying that the FTC suit might sound alarming, but that he remains confident that the deal will close. And he says the allegation that this deal is anti-competitive doesn't align with the facts, and we believe we'll win this challenge. Okay, so this is the problem with this whole thing. In the world of whether or not this deal will close, whether or not Microsoft will win, it's almost a certainty that Microsoft will be buying Activision Blizzard. Okay, it's almost a certainty. The only thing that essentially would stop this deal from happening is Microsoft themselves. So this is the issue. And I listen to Hogue Law a lot, and I don't have it all 100%, but he's a YouTuber, he's a lawyer, and he like breaks down all these legal things. So this is where the problem comes in. Okay. So it's not that they're blocking, because the FTC is not doing they're not taking it to court, right? They're doing an internal block. So basically they're threatening them, saying, we're going to sue you. All right. And that essentially is going to be held by the judges that the FTC has.
Yeah.
Okay. Now those judges are not like in their pocket. So they do go against the FTC all the time. So, but they're judges here, not in actual regular court. So essentially what this means is Microsoft, if they decide to fight this, okay, which it seems like they're going to fight it, right? Because the statements that are made. It seems
that way.
But it's not, obviously we don't know until it happens, right? So if they do decide to fight this, right? So they go in front of that judge. If that judge says, yeah, we think you're right, FTC, we think you're wrong, the FTC can appeal it, but they don't appeal it to the judge. They appeal it to themselves. So the FTC says, no. Overruled. Okay, we think we're right, right? So then the next step, now mind you, this takes time.
Microsoft takes it to
actual court. So then now after that, then they can appeal to the courts,
yes,
to the actual courts. And that is where they will win. But how long is that win going to take?
Will this be dragged
it can take
for?
Years if it gets to the courts, because FTC could drag it out and just make it take longer. And the FTC has actually stated, okay, no joke, they said that they don't care if they sue somebody knowing that they're going to lose. They just want to prove the point.
Yeah. And drag it for as long as possible.
And drag it for as long as possible. So the problem is now there's a bunch of other issues that come up. There was a timeline on this deal. July of 2023, this deal was supposed to close by. Now, I guess it's going to be between Activision and Microsoft to renegotiate.
Yes, because I can only assume it's costing Microsoft money to do all these legal.
Yeah, it's going to cost them a lot of money. It's going to cost them a lot of money. And remember, if they get out of the deal, they owe Activision billions of dollars. So right now, I think if they stopped right now, it would be $2 billion they have to pay them. But like in a few months, if it goes that long, it'll be up to $3 billion that they have to pay to get out of this deal. So
kind of like for lingering them more.
Well, because Activision basically is on a standstill right now. Like they can't do any big moves because they can't jeopardize.
They did not see this coming.
They did not. They didn't see Sony being that big of a bitch.
This is the question. Will they spend less money going to court and doing all this bullshit?
Exactly.
Because then at that point, it's like, it's just a waiting game. We'll wait it out and spend the money, right? I don't think it's going to cost him $2-3 billion with the back and forth.
See,
going to court.
Me personally, I don't think that they're going to let it go just for the fact that Sony will win.
That's what I would feel.
I don't think Microsoft would let them
I also
win.
wouldn't be saying like, yeah, or if they want to do it peacefully or we're ready for it. Like, I wouldn't be saying all that unless I knew what was coming. And I think you said a big thing right there when you mentioned the amount of money that they will have to pay Activision. I mean, let's just weigh it out, and I will spend less than that with the back and forth. Yes, it's a bunch of back and forth, but ultimately I'll get what I want, which is
But the problem is, I think if anything, it'll be reversed. So I think if anything, it's, do we just give them the $3 billion and be done, because it's going to cost us more money over the course of these years to fight this battle.
You think it will cost them more money? You think it will cost them more than $2-3 billion?
I think it's possible. And the way Hogue Law kind of describes it is like, yeah, it's pretty easy, especially with the amount of lawyers you're going to have at this high level doing this. You're paying a shit ton of money.
You don't think that Microsoft has their own lawyers that work for them that
but you still pay
on standby? Yeah, these are their lawyers that they pay to anyways. If anything, they're just actually putting them to work now.
I mean, theoretically, yeah, I can agree with that for sure.
Yeah,
I guess it just depends on, you know, what the kind of outlook is with it. And I mean, again, I personally think, I don't think that they would let Sony win. I think that at this point, they're going to be bitter. And I feel the same way about Activision. Like, I don't think Activision is going to be like, well, the time's up, bro. We're done. Just give us our money and let us go. Because I think even they see that in the long run, this is what's right. This is what's best for that company, for the employees that they have.
They clearly want to be bought. And I think that Xbox's leadership, I think, will help with the big internal issues at Activision.
Absolutely.
And it will clean out their name, essentially.
Yeah, bring them back to their glory. Like, Activision used to be a big name back in the day, like making a bunch of cool shit, like a bunch of stuff. They made everything. And now they just make Call of Duty. And you know what I'm saying? And Blizzard makes other games, and, you know, King makes the mobile games, but Activision proper, they're pretty much Call of Duty at this point. So it's like, at the end of the day, we don't know how long it's going to take. What he also kind of brought up is the idea that you got to remember that just because this is happening doesn't change the fact that people are they're still able to negotiate. You know what I'm saying? They're still able to negotiate the 10-year thing, the concessions, whatever they want. That could still be happening even while they're in court. Like, all of these things can be happening. So, you know, they can eventually get to the point where it's like, okay, these are the concessions we're willing to do, and they can accept it, and it could be done. Now, this is, you know what? We didn't even go.
You know, that's what's funny, that they can accept it and it will be done, right?
Yep.
Like, it's literally that simple.
It is.
And they're taking like these,
they think
FTC is taking these stance of like, this is not going to happen. We're going to send them to court. Then we're going to object to whatever if it doesn't go our way. And like, they have all these plans, but all that has to happen is PlayStation just...
Well, no, not PlayStation. Not PlayStation. PlayStation has nothing to do with this anymore. Even if they said, I'll take the 10-year deal, FTC is still...
Fighting their own battle now. It's become personal.
Yeah. It's the FCC who's doing this. The PlayStation was just stoking the flame, but it's already like Sony doesn't have any part in this. It's just they're just talking shit.
This is now their own battle.
Yeah, so they're doing that, but this is the thing.
They're like superheroes. We're not even for what's right.
Exactly, like Superman.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're not even taking into consideration the other two countries, the UK and the EU. So the UK is also kind of fighting this, and the EU is also kind of fighting this. They haven't done this, but remember when we were talking about this, they were saying how they basically were reading all of Sony's complaints as their own complaints. So whether they go through this, we don't even know what's happening with these other two places, right? Like, it's really kind of crazy when you think about how much energy is being put into them not getting this one company.
And then to top it all, Game Awards take place.
Yeah, took place, and it was another crap show for Xbox people.
Yeah, Madman, what you got for us?
I don't know. I think that this whole situation, it's annoying because I feel like the ending is just gonna be Xbox eventually buys Activision, but this is just a bunch of unnecessary prolonging that I feel like it's just gonna. We kind of know the ending already.
Do we though? This is crazy.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we should know the ending because there should be no reason for this not to happen. But the fact is that we don't know until.
And it is happening, and it just continues to happen. So
yeah, we're just basically on
another
a waiting game
day,
for that.
another
Dollar.
Microsoft Activision battle.
So again, remember, this happened on the day of the Game Awards. So Xbox fans, if this wasn't enough of a slap to the face, like, oh, this whole thing is going to take longer. We all watched the show, and there was something missing. You know, there was a lot of nice little games that were out there, and a lot of cool reveals, a lot of good awards being given out. But what wasn't done?
No meaningful Xbox reveals.
Xbox was nowhere to be found, even though Phil Spencer was sitting in like the second row. There was no Xbox games to speak of at the event.
Just probably taking notes just to tell people what they want to make next.
Well, we all kind of thought that because
Xbox fans were really
Xbox
upset.
fans are not happy,
No.
right? We are not happy.
I was not happy after the God of War, the first win in that dreadful speech.
Oh
long,
my god!
long
Christopher
The best
speech.
voice
My
actor,
lord.
Christopher Judge,
Yes,
he talked
and then
like
they
48
played the
minutes, bro.
music.
And he thought it was
and
like
he
a
thought it was
soundtrack.
like, yeah, he was
Yeah,
like,
he thought
yo.
like, oh shit, I'm on set. I'm rising to the occasion. It's like, bro, get off the stage, dude. We get it. You won. It was a voice acting gig. Come on, fam. Get off the stage. But needless to say, Xbox has supposedly. We just talked about the game's going to go up to $70 because Starfield, Forza Motorsport, and Redfall are next gen only games. They're coming out in the next 6 months. Well,
No video.
no trailer, no update, no freaking release date, nothing. Why not give us something?
I think the whole night was pretty humiliating. PlayStation 1, like
So much, bro.
so much. It was ridiculous.
God of War cleaned house.
It did. And listen, beautiful game. There were times, and we did the gameplay for God of War when it first came out. And we were talking about how beautiful the game looked. And then he took a nap and went into this vision. I said, it's like off. It pulls you off the story because her graphics, he saw his wife, and the graphics kind of didn't add up to the way the graphics looked before when he was awake. So, yes, it was a good looking game and everything, but like to wipe out the house in the way that it did blew my mind. But this is where I stand with Xbox, and it's like, fans, calm down. All right? Xbox fans, maybe you drank some crazy cracker juice before you watched the show and heard the news with Activision, and it really pissed you off. But this is what we got to think about. Every year, they release a bunch of content of things that are coming out. They're known at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
They're known for doing this. Okay? What's the only thing that's changed is that now they're battling this whole deal with Activision. And they're going potentially to court. Why are we not thinking about the fact that they've done this all these years and that potentially, because these matters are so delicate, potentially they don't want to come out here and start bragging about all the games, showing video and content. Like, think of what could potentially be happening and why they're doing this. What's so different about this year from all the other years? Especially with you guys knowing that they do have all these games coming out. Okay? So let's tone down the crazy You know, let's get a blanket, some hot chocolate, and calm the fuck down.
So I agree with you. Okay. So this is the problem. As a PlayStation fan, right? When I see
I think
Gears
that's,
of War coming, right? I know that I'm going to get a certain caliber of game.
certain level of game.
Certain level of game. Right now, even though Xbox has done a lot, right? 2021 was a big year for them. They came out with all good stuff, right? Everything they came out with was good. Halo, very good. The multiplayer was only a problem months later when they didn't have enough content. But the way the multiplayer played was the best multiplayer for Halo ever. The single player game, that open world, was amazing. I loved Halo Infinite. Top notch. Forza, top notch game. Highest rated game of the year. What came out before that? There was another one.
Sure.
Psychonauts 2.
Oh, Psychonauts 2 did come out.
Such a good game, right? It was on everything, but they own it. That was their game. It's in Game Pass. Such a good game. Flight, the Flight Simulator came out. One of the highest rated games of the year. Like, they came out with nothing but high quality content in 2021. It was crazy. Now, 2022 got screwed because Redfall was supposed to be out in 2022. Starfield was supposed to be out in 2022. The other game, Stalker 2, that was supposed to be out in 2022. There's a bunch of games that got delayed from earlier in the year that didn't make it now, but what was it? The Atomic Heart, that was supposed to be out earlier. Now it comes out next year, right? So, like, there was a lot of games. 2022 had like a big lineup already
that didn't come through,
and we thought that there would be more. I can
understand that, and I can understand the disappointment and the embarrassment for the Xbox fans, right? Seeing PlayStation get all these awards and gloat the fuck around, and it's kind of like, come on, show them what we're gonna get. So I understand that, but let's be a little bit more like PlayStation fans right now and understand that Microsoft/Xbox is going through some real ish right now that they were not anticipating, because I'm sure that they figure this will be smooth sailing, right? And let's understand that these games are coming out. Obviously, they were coming out this year. They're going to come out next year. Let's just be more like the PlayStation fans and put our freaking blinders on and be like, yeah, they know what they're doing. There's a bigger purpose for this. Let's not turn on our people right now. They need you. So stop bitching. Let's not be bitch asses. Let's be loyal fans and stand up for Phil Spencer, who sat there and had to watch this shit live. All right? Camera on his face, watching this shit, playing nice, potentially clapping his way through while he felt like he was getting stabbed in the chest because he has to watch this shit live. And then on top of it, he knows that his fans are disappointed because there's no Xbox content. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. You're right.
Not the time to do this shit.
You're right.
Put your big boy pants on. All right,
just
guys?
hold off.
And let's be loyal and cover up their shit. Yeah, we were disappointed, but let's make it sound why that was intentional or okay.
Hey,
I think the embarrassment was enough.
I think that maybe Phil Spencer is just holding all this to have some cracked out E3 where everything just blows up at once.
Yeah, but these games are going to be out before
They're
E3.
They're supposed to be out before E3.
So that wouldn't work.
They're supposed to be out.
Doodle,
they were also supposed to be out this year.
Very great speech right there. I like that.
Thank you.
And Aaron Greenberg of Microsoft fame did come out to try to appease everybody because they did hear everyone losing their crap. So he put out a tweet and he said, "We have many plans for our celebration of 2023. People who love learning are eager to discover more. Time is always a necessary word, but don't worry, you won't have to wait too long for what will be coming."
You see what you guys make these people do? You make them come out here and look like bitch asses who have to explain everything they do or don't do.
Like, geez, PlayStation,
Okay.
they just let them be, bro. Anything PlayStation does, you're like, oh, there must be a purpose.
Like, let's
Xbox,
stop
it's like
manhandling Xbox. And Xbox, let's stop being a people pleaser. Okay? Know that you have a great system with great games, and your fans should do better by you, but they're not.
Well, they have
So
an image.
just
That's what they're
stop
trying to say.
coming out to excuse or explain yourself. Sometimes let them freaking be and let them toughen up.
All right, I'm gonna reread this because I think where we just read it from was like translated from something else because it wasn't the exact thing that they said. So what Aaron Greenberg actually said is we have a lot planned to show and share about an incredibly exciting year ahead for 2023.
I told you, man.
Appreciate folks are eager to learn and see more. Timing is always key, but don't worry, you will not have to wait too long for what is next from us.
Guys, I did not see this until now, and I can believe that any freaking donkey can read between the lines and saying timing is everything. We're going through some crap. Understand this. And not only that, they're also saying we have a lot to celebrate. It's our celebration. They're not saying these things are not happening. Look at these beautiful freaking games. This is ridiculous. Look at the chief right there, looking like a boss. Come on, man. Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I know that that's what it is. Now, this is the thing. For me personally, I'm not like, oh my God, why can't I have these first party games? Like, I play other games. So, like, I'm not dying to, like, play these games. I want to play them. I know they're going to be great. But, like, I'm still working through most of the, most of the games that came out. Like, I'm not even caught up yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's a lot of people who this is their life. So they sit there and they play everything and beat everything so fast. And especially, like, the YouTubers, right? Like, the people who, this is their job. So they have to beat these games. Like, High on Life comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it does?
I'm so pumped. I want you to do a Never Have I Ever on that. It's like a funny type game. It's
I got
supposed
you.
to be
It's from the people who make Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really cool. But like I'm not so desperate for it, right? Like I just want the games to be so dope that when I do play it, when it does come out, that it calls me to want to keep playing. Like right now, that's Callisto.
You were able to play your Cyberpunk in peace, but a lot of people weren't. So you don't like going through that crap. Just let them finish their game. And that game you just said, boo boo. What a good game.
So good.
Now, let's not forget what the Game Awards was all about. Game Awards was really about Nintendo. Man, I was so happy. They won for Bayonetta. They won for Kirby.
Yes.
They won for Zelda. They won for Splatoon.
Yes.
So did you just have this whole Xbox rant just to squat and take a shit on us afterwards with this Nintendo bullshit? Huh?
You know, we're acting like that. We're acting
What
like
awards
that's
did you win,
Oh,
boo-boo?
damn.
What awards did you win? What games are
We're
coming
acting
out?
like Xbox and Nintendo are the big things here, but we just realized that Elden Ring is Game of the Year.
Wait. Come on, guys. Listen. First of all, I gave you guys comfort with this whole bullcrap that you guys are bitching. Excuse me, that you guys are bitching about. Okay, and then I told you guys to have your teams back. All right, instead of being flaky. That's my moment to glow. Okay, with what did happen and what mattered. I'm a Nintendo fan, so I was really freaking happy for Nintendo to have one. I mean, do I wish there were more? Yes. More awards won? For sure. For shizo. But at least we took some.
You did take some. You took a lot home. Okay? And it cuts me deep.
Just say.
Okay? Cuts me deep.
Isn't that cool?
It
For
is cool.
Nintendo, that's freaking dope. I was really excited. Kirby, huh? I gotta check it out.
Well, we have it.
We have the game. I haven't played it yet. So maybe a little Doodles Never Have I Ever for Kirby.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
Madman, you're so excited for the new
Tears of the
Zelda
Kingdom?
game.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited.
Yes.
I'm still surprised that it beat Starfield. I didn't know it was gonna beat.
I was
Yeah, that's
so
wild.
happy.
Like Starfield is the biggest game coming out for Xbox, and you're telling me, really?
But to be fair,
here comes the bitter
Starfield
Xbox
is a new
fans.
IP. For all we know, it could be garbage when it comes out. Tears of the Kingdom is a sequel to one of the greatest video games ever
Yes,
created.
man.
So to be fair, there is justifiability. Like, it's justifiable why it would win most anticipated game.
Yeah.
Like, say, would you be more excited for
happy.
Starfield or Halo 7? Yeah, Halo's probably gonna win. So, you know.
Well,
Okay.
listen. At the end of the day, Nintendo got what they deserved. They released quality stuff. They deserve to win what they won. Am I heartbroken about the Starfield one? Not so much, because it was a toss-up between Starfield and Zelda. I'm super excited for Zelda.
You love Zelda
I love
also.
Breath of the
It
Wild.
was so good to see them go up there and get their awards. That was really cool, especially with the new Mario movie coming out next year.
Yeah,
They did
for
show
sure.
a
This is
clip at
kind
the
of
Game
like
Awards, which looked very good.
They did show that clip at the Game Awards.
Yeah, looking forward to the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, and how can we forget that fucking kid that managed to sneak up on stage and nominate Bill Clinton for Game of the Year? What? I did not understand.
Out of
what
all
was going on.
things that he could have said, that's what
Bill
he has
Clinton?
to say.
If it were me, I would have said, Jeff Keighley, you get no bitches. But, you know, that's all. That's what I would have said.
What?
It's probably true, but, you know.
Oh
Why
my
Bill Clinton?
gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Uh,
I didn't want to see much of the movie. I love that, like, toad world where they walk through the. It
Mushroom
almost looked like a
Kingdom? Yeah.
flea market,
Very charming.
right?
And the
it was
music
so
was
good.
reorchestrated pieces of video game music.
I was just about to say, Madman, you must have loved the music.
Oh yeah, I did really like it. It was they cleverly weaved it together. That sounds like a piece of music, but if you pay attention, they're all just different parts of different music from vastly different Mario games. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think overall the Game Awards themselves were pretty cool. There was a lot of things, like Madman mentioned. PlayStation won a lot of stuff, but God of War did not win Game of the Year.
So it's worth
The true Game of the
Go ahead,
Year
Madman, tell
was
us.
crowned.
And who
God
was
of War
it?
Ragnarok is dog doo doo.
Well, too
Said
far.
it. Someone
Who
had
won?
to say it. Did you say too far?
No,
Who
who
won?
won?
Oh, who won?
Game of the Year.
The winner of Game of the Year is Bill Clinton, with Elden Ring as a close second.
No. So Elden Ring won Game of the Year, which was the truth. I mean, that's just the reality of what it is. It's a
just-
better game.
It's insane
overall.
how they lost everything else, but they won Game of the
Well,
Year.
they won Game of the Year,
Well, they
and
won
they
Best
won
Art
the
Direction, which I was
Best Art
surprised.
Direction, Best Role Playing Game, and Best Game Direction. So, like, basically, the two things that God of War really wanted to win, they lost.
Yeah.
So they lost Game of the Year, and that new director, Eric Williams, took over for Cory Borlaug, and this would have been his time to be like, look, I took over you, and I was the winner. I am the best. And
nope.
he lost.
Yeah.
Okay? He lost because he went up against the
smackdown.
wall, which is Elden Ring. Okay.
Maybe
so-
next year. If it came out next year, it probably would have won. I mean,
Nah,
depending
man,
on what
next year
came
has
out.
too many bangers.
God of War versus Starfield. Who would win in that SmackDown? Who knows?
I don't know, but there's a lot of big games coming out next year, not just from God of War.
Oh shoot!
like
Next
Spider-Man.
year, the big versus is gonna be
Spider-Man.
Starfield versus Tears of the Kingdom. That's gonna be the big
Well, that too, but
yeah,
then supposedly Spider-Man 2 is supposed to be coming out.
I think Spider-Man, like as great as the game is gonna be, I doubt it will be like. Oh, it's probably gonna be everything. Like
Listen,
the first
listen.
one was nominated.
If PlayStation
didn't.
is involved, there's a lot of people who have PlayStation who work at these outlets who nominate games. No matter what, Spider-Man will be there contending for Game of the Year if
Now
it's
there
released.
is. Oh my god, that's actually a crazy thing you bring up because Spider-Man fans are eating well this week because at the time of recording, tomorrow the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer drops, the first big trailer, and Spider-Man 2 in Europe has been listed on the PlayStation Store for what do you call it, to put on your wish list, and it depicts the logo, the Spider-Man logo with black and white colors like Venom. So
That sounds
that's
really
pretty epic.
cool.
Yeah, it looks cool too. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it was leaked up there for a little bit. It appeared on the PS Store.
Didn't it take it down or
I
something?
guess a dev had teased something. Yeah, they teased an image online
with
that shows
Spidey and
Spider-Man
Miles,
and
yeah.
and Miles. And that people are thinking that means it's coming soon. Look, it's right there. Ooh.
Oh, I'm excited.
For no reason. They just put that up for no reason. So Spider-Man
Isn't
2
that
was
sick,
up.
though?
Boom.
I mean, honestly.
Now, this is the thing. Wouldn't it be crazy now, right? So let's take a look.
Huh?
Now, PlayStation has successfully gotten the FTC to block the Activision deal, right? So they already did their work. It's already happening. What if now, before the end of the year, PlayStation's like, oh, by the way, we have our PlayStation Direct or PlayStation State of Play next week before Christmas. And this is our E3 that we didn't have. And they show Spider-Man and whatever's next from Gorilla.
Bro, that would be epic.
It would be super.
The Last of Us Part 3 gets announced.
That would be insane.
That would be insane. That would be wild if they're thinking of it.
I mean, their multiplayer game, that could possibly be announced or shown.
Well, I would say this, guys. This was an epic MADMAN podcast.
I think it was a little emotional.
We had a lot of emotion. There was a lot of ups. There was
A lot
some
of
downs.
laughter.
There was some tears. And
some looking in the mirror to do as an
some
Xbox fan, right?
self-reflecting
Yep.
as an Xbox fan.
But 100% hype.
We were hyped.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. Well, this was fun. Take us home, Madman.
All right. This was our MADMAN Podcast number 22. Guys, if you like this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Mario Kart MADMAN out.